Just a day after declaring she wasn't a quitter, Liz Truss did just that.
I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
For 6 chaotic weeks, political and economic turmoil loomed over her leadership. In the end, the writing was on the wall for Truss.
I came into office at a time of great economic and international instability. I was elected by the Conservative Party with a mandate to change this. I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
Across the country, many breathed a sigh of relief before realising chaos was just around the corner.
It makes you wonder whether she should vote Conservative again. But I'm delighted to hear that she's finally gone.
Everything she said has been a complete U-turn.
Can't keep up with it for 1 minute.
Elected by her party to replace Boris Johnson, Truss came to power on the promise of a new era of economic growth. But the markets recoiled from her unfunded tax-cutting agenda. The pound plummeted and her support instantly wiped out. With Conservative MPs in open revolt, her fate was sealed. Some saw the signs a little earlier. A British tabloid live-streaming a humble lettuce to test if its shelf life could outlive the PM. Truss's 6-week stint overlapped with another change in power. The question now is who will lead Britain next?
Conservative parliamentarians will think that ultimately there's this big sort of red button that you push if you are in this situation, sort of trailing in the polls by over 30 points, and that button says Boris Johnson.
Hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
But those outside the Conservative Party want the public to decide.
There should be a general election.
There must be a general election.
We need another general election.
Thank you.
Britain's shortest-serving PM leaving the job and the country in further despair.
Isabella Higgins joins us now from the outside of the Houses of Parliament in Westminster. Isabella, Britain could have a new PM by Monday. Who are the main contenders?
Well, Nick Curry, there's a few front runners, but who comes out on top? It's really anyone's guess at this point. One of the main candidates is Rishi Sunak. He was the Chancellor in Boris Johnson's government. He was the runner-up in the leadership elections to Liz Truss. Another name that's being floated around is the House of Commons leader, Penny Mordaunt. She came third in those leadership elections to Liz Truss. Now, they're probably the most conventional or expected choices. The most spectacular choice or possible candidate is Boris Johnson, and there's a number of Tory MPs, a number of grassroots party members who would like to see him returned. They say he's the only one in the party who has the mandate of the public to lead. Now, it'll depend on just how many votes they get from their colleagues. Any candidate needs 100 votes, the backing from 100 Tory MPs to be considered. If only one gets that number, well, we'll know who the new Prime Minister is by Monday. If there's a number of candidates, we'll have to wait till the end of the week, and that is when this country will learn who their third Prime Minister of the year will be.